This is my ELA project. It's about the time I'd be 8:30, got a new PR in one of my track meets. The bus ride to the meet was the best part of the day. No pain, no embarrassment. I asked Colin, "Dude, are you ready for this?" He said back, "Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready?" At that point, my stomach didn't feel too good. I was nervous. All I could feel were the butterflies in my tummy tom. When we got there, we had to settle in and put our stuff down on the bleachers. The first event was the 110 meter hurdles. I went over to cheer on my friends, and they did really well. Up next was the 100 meter dash, and man, can those kids run fast. Finally, the 1600 meter was called, and I got checked in. We got on the track, and I immediately regretted my life choices. As soon as I stepped on the track, I sank. It was that wet. What is this? There's no way they're going to let us run on this, I thought. But unfortunately, they don't care what condition we run in. We started lining up, but the guy who starts us off explained to us what we had to do. Go on the green line in your lane and take 2 steps back, he would say. Once I say on your mark, step to the green line. By that point, I was just ready to run. On your mark. Oh no. Get set. Oh God. We all ran our hardest. I immediately got lapped, but they don't seem to care. They're just focused on running. First 200 meters were the worst of the run. That's when my thighs started killing me. It was so painful that I almost fell over just to stop running. But I didn't, to show everyone that I was strong and tough. The rest of the 200 weren't as miserable as they could have been, but I could feel the saliva start to build up in my mouth. The second lap wasn't too bad. There was still a lot of pain, but the voice of my friends kept me going. "Go, Avery! You're almost halfway," they would say. As I kept running, I saw Colin running in front of me, and I remembered what he said before the race. He said, "If you can't keep up with me, then just keep your eyes on me." So that's what I was doing for the rest of the second lap. The third lap was the most relaxed lap. I say it was relaxed, but the reason why it was so relaxing was because my legs were numb. Not only was it wet, but it was cold as crap. So it probably wasn't good that I couldn't feel my legs, but I used it to my advantage. I started to pick up the pace. I got to the 200 meter in the third lap, and I knew I was close. I got on the last lap around 7:30, and I knew it was the last lap, but all I could think about was to not freeze to death. During the last lap, my feelings in my legs started to come back, so I knew I had to finish fast. Finally, I made it to the 200 meter mark, and I just booked it. I started sprinting my heart out to get to the finish line. All I could hear were the cheers from the spectators in the stands. If I'm being honest, I think they were excited that the race was going to be ending soon, but I took it as a sign that I was doing really well. I'm at the 100 meter now, and I ran so fast that I was basically doing the splits. My strides were that big. I couldn't believe it. I was so close. All I could think about in the moment was beating 8:30. Then, everyone, and I mean my track team, the opposing track team, and the families in the stands were cheering so loud that it pushed me to the finish. I did it. I beat 8:30. But I was mostly focused on not vomiting in front of everyone. I learned a lesson that day, and that was to never give up. If I had given up during the first 200 meters, I never would have gotten a new PR.